black people, white people, those terms, I struggle with them, right? Why do I struggle with them? Because there's a whole lot behind them that is hidden behind the term. And the question I have for you is this: what does it mean when you say white? Let's go a little bit deeper. For social workers who do assessments, identity is becoming increasingly more important topic. What does your identity mean to you, and how may have it contributed to where we are now as to why social services is involved in your life? Well, let's look at it like this. Everybody has a backstory, and that backstory could be around poverty and culture, which is also intersecting with our identity. It's sad because when it comes to minorities or black people, whatever the term means, black, again, let's be clear, it's a broad term, but really we're looking at the color of someone's skin. With black people, there's a strong affiliation with poverty. When you look at young offenders who are often black, poverty will also be embedded in the backstory of their lives, which has led to crime and committing of crime and the propensity to crime. Yes, you could articulate that in an assessment, but that would be an interesting challenge. You have to be careful about that. But also when you use the term black, just as a human being, you affiliate colors and music and food. So identity is important. I remember working with a family and they were white British. See my fingers here, white British, but they had interestingly explored their heritage going back to Scandinavia. And so they considered themselves Scandinavian, right? And I put that in the assessment. Again, when I'm doing an assessment, what does it mean? Your identity. And so with black people, we can, or other minorities or other cultures other than white British, we can appropriate a level of culture or maybe causation. We can have correlations or just bring out some more of their identity, maybe the traveler community or the gypsy community or the Muslim's not a race, but the Muslim community or Pakistani, Iranian. And sometimes you can correlate what we're dealing with the culture. And it can be stereotypical, but we can do that in our assessments. I have a question and I do not have an answer. And I don't think it's right for me to answer the question. And my question is, what does white British mean? And I'm asking, I would rather if you answered this question, if you were white British. I think for the most part, you have the most right to answer this question. What does it mean for you? And what are some of the correlations of being white British to some of the problems and some of the benefits we have in society? It's an important question because when I do my assessments, I have to think twice as hard. When I look at the identity, I don't just want to say white British. I want to say what it means. I do have to ask the people that I support this question, but often they don't have the insight. So I'm asking you so you can help me as a social worker work out what white Britishness means.